Daddy Clay, I think my wife's having an alien.
First ultrasound. It happens.
Yeah, but dude, look.
It happens. Yes, it looks like an alien.
Daddy Clay, you know, if you took an ultrasound of one of these Baby Bjorn baby carriers, you would see thousands of little tiny Swedish engineers working to make it the best baby carrier on the planet.
You're insane. To find out how ultrasounds actually work, we went to go visit Dr. Kaylin Silverberg at the Texas Fertility Center.
What happens is the probe, whether it's an abdominal probe or a vaginal probe, because there are different kinds of probes for different situations, shoots out sound waves. Those sound waves bounce off structures and reflect back into the probe. They generate an electrical signal that goes down the wire into the machine, and the computer turns that electrical signal into an image, a visual image that you see on the TV screen. It is an unforgettable experience. I mean, the first time you see your own child and you hear your own baby's heartbeat, you know, guys, we think about things a little differently than women do, but it's still a very moving experience.
If a couple really doesn't want to know the baby's sex, is it possible to go through that and not
Sure.
know?
Sure. First of all, you can't even really tell sex until about 19, 20 weeks of gestation. And if you think about it, pregnancy is theoretically 40 weeks long from the first day of the woman's period, 38 weeks from ovulation, okay? And so before 19 or 20 weeks, you're really not going to see much of anything anyway.
And have you seen and gone to the mall and seen these like stores where they'll sell you like a 4D image? What's that all about? What do you think of that?
Oh, I think it's a little gimmicky. I think that you know, people are trying to commoditize ultrasound like to commoditize everything else. And my concern is that some of those people who perform those tests may or may not be as qualified as an obstetrician gynecologist or a high-risk OB-GYN or a radiologist to be able to interpret things, and they may miss something, and you may give a couple a false sense of security that everything looks fine.
You know, ultrasounds, love ultrasounds. The technology has just gotten so sophisticated, but you definitely, as you're watching, you sort of fluctuate between amazed and horrified.
They take the pictures, they take these snapshots, and then they put little captions on there. Some of them are funny, like, "Family Jewels," and others are not funny, the face.
I understand the technologists' desire to sort of, you know, lighten it up and keep it fun, and I really appreciate their work. These are great people, it's amazing technology, but I remember my first ultrasound 11 years ago, we go see it, and the technologist asked me, so, hey, do you want to know the sex of the baby? We said, no, we want it to be magic, we'll find out. She said, okay, let's start the exam. Oh, here's the baby's, you know, jelly in the one, and here's the baby's skull, and we're going over this area, and okay, did you say you wanted to know? And it's on, the screen is right there. I can see it. Everybody can see it. Do you want to know the sex of the baby? And I was like, well, a little late. I mean, I'm not an expert or anything, but I know the gear, and I'm pretty sure that this is a male child, given what I saw clear as day on the monitor.
I showed my son the ultrasound picture of his coming little sister, and he was freaked out for days that she was gonna have a tail.
Yeah, which can happen if you're from South Carolina.
Yeah.
You know, if you've had a really funny experience or an interesting experience at an ultrasound appointment, join the conversation at DadLabs.com. We're gonna start a discussion there called Notes from the Ultrasound. We hope you'll jump in and tell us what your experience was. We'll be there reading. We wanna see you there too. DadLabs.com.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Baby Bjorn. You know, I know there are not thousands of little engineers running around making Baby Bjorn's the best baby carrier on the planet, but it sure seems that way. There are only hundreds.
We'll see you next time here in the lab.